As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Talk with Joan. I'm Anka Hendricks and I will be your host today. And we're so super excited for today's show. I'm sitting in the captain seat today, and there's a very good reason as to why I will be captaining this flight today. However, I have a co-pilot today, and I'm so excited to have Lady S in studio. Ladies, we're so excited to have you tune in, and we hope that you're going to enjoy today's show. But we have a special show here today. We've got some lady of the hour that is here today, and she is usually the captain, and usually in the captain seat. However, she is precious cargo on this flight today. So today we want to introduce our special guest, Joan Hendricks. We are so excited. Our show today will be regarding something that is very dear to your heart, something that you know you have worked on for such a long time, and I am so excited about this. And we will reveal it to you in a few moments as to what this is. But before we get into that, let's first get everyone settled into their seats. Tell us how your week was, and how's things going? How's life? We'll start off with my co-pilot.
Life is lifing.
Life is lifing. I'm telling you. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited to be a co-pilot today. We are taking over Talk with Joan. Were you ever interviewed on your own show? It's happening today, and what an
There's
honor.
always a first,
I'm
right?
telling you, what a privilege.
Always a first.
I love the fact that we get to do this. Like, it's not always that someone gets to have the space and be celebrated on their own space like that, because usually you have someone else come in and you make them known. And for me, this is an absolute inspiration. So I've obviously got some insights behind the scene. I work closely with Joan. And for me, I think ek het 'n bietjie in die botterbak geval, because I can resonate with certain things, and Ma's holding my hand. So for me, this is something very special, such a beautiful inspiration.
Absolutely.
But before we get, I keep on jumping the gun almost. Ma, you tell us, how's your week been? How are you at this very moment?
Yes.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings, though, to be quite honest. But I am so grateful to God.
Amen.
That I am alive, that I can leave something behind that was in my heart for many years.
Oh, wow.
So I am so grateful that I am alive to actually see the fulfillment of a dream come true. And that is why I have mixed feelings, because it's the excitement and it's the emotion. So that's how I feel. And my week was lekker, very nice, very busy.
A good busy.
A good busy,
yes.
a very good busy.
Author busy.
Author busy, girl, author busy. And so, looking forward to the launch, and that is why with the prep, thank God for Evangelique, my daughter, that is actually standing and close to me, just to see this thing through. Yeah. So I'm grateful for that.
So I know I'm jumping the gun, but I know I'm going to forget later. I just wanted to find out, your book launch is
29th.
The 29th.
Yes.
Are there still tickets available?
There's a few available now. I think, I'm not sure. I think 6 last night.
So not very many.
So I don't know
six.
today. I don't know.
So my suggestion is, if you do not have a ticket, you're missing out. However, you can purchase the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll make that known. We'll make the details known. But before we get into that, we are going to do our trusted stooge here today. We're going to we're going to get some inspiration from the bowl of wise questions.
Yes.
Okay, so where your thumb goes, right?
Your thumb goes
Okay,
in.
let's see.
Go
Oh, my
right
thumb
thumb.
must go to right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right thumb. Okay.
Hey, your regte
I'm
duim.
catching. Yes, yes. Woo! Share a coping skill used today. It was in the traffic. So to just make sure that I don't get frustrated in traffic, we put on the music, and I was just closing my eyes and just sobbing in the workshop. And this was my coping skill. Just to
Awesome,
get through the
yeah,
traffic.
wonderful.
That's a good coping skill.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
me
I
and
also
road
like
rage.
the. I also like the
Yeah,
music.
before people think I was driving and doing that. No, I didn't drive. My husband was driving, and I could do that.
Nice.
Okay, to our guests
Right.
today.
Okay, that is not coping skills that you did.
Yeah.
You see, I'm gonna take my left one. Name someone you can talk to. Woo!
Woo!
She's sitting on and my friend Sandy, whom I can actually really talk a lot of things to. I can talk to my friend Sonia here on the set here this
That's
morning.
right.
So yeah,
Yeah, you must
That's
address
the people.
Me. You must
That's
address
the
me,
people.
Sonia, as the co-host this morning.
okay, my co-host Sonia, co-host on the show here this morning.
Okay, kom ons kyk. What feelings may need a coping skill? Nie ek weet nie. What feelings may need a coping skill?
I would say confusion.
Yeah.
Right?
Needs I would say mental health.
Okay.
When you're not really feeling yourself, I think that needs a coping skill.
Ja, and I did feel like that last night. Where you jy weet ook nie regtig
Hoekom
wat is
nie?
the thing.
Ja.
It's
Weet jy
just,
hoekom nie, ja.
and you were fine
Ja.
the whole
Ja.
day, and then now all of
Ja,
a
ja.
sudden, ek het ook nee man, Anka, jy's nou
That's
onnodig
right,
nou.
Ja.
Just like that, something
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
come sit on you for a moment.
It's a
moment,
fact.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so true.
En hy het met jy maar die bloedpleit en sê, Satan,
yes.
wyk.
Get behind me.
Get behind
Are we
me.
going another round?
We're going, you know what? I think let's not, because there's quite a few questions that we've got going on
Yes.
for our special lady. But
Yes.
before we get into that, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. I mean, what are you waiting for? It's every week, same time,
Yes.
same
Same
place.
place.
Talk with
and,
Joan.
and I assure you, we really cover some interesting topics.
Absolutely.
We've got some amazing guests, 99.99% that is 100% of the time.
And now that we access Women's Month, it's so amazing that we can access it on such a high note with the Talk with Joan host, and she become the guest today. I know next week is still Women's Month,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's like just a round of this year. It's
Yes,
so beautiful
yes.
just to round it off this way.
It's a bang. Now, for me, ek wil nou niemand jealous maak daar buite nie. However, like I mentioned before, I have the privilege of walking hand in hand with Ma. But having a memoir is like, it's like a little book that I can take my own nuggets from, because Ma is still here. I can still ask her questions.
Yes,
I can
yeah.
still, and I think that is so amazing. That is such a God-given grace that it's not every day you get to do that. I know that there's so many people that are like, I'm trying to navigate this by myself. But you have a memoir of the struggles that you face, the
That's
things
right.
that you face.
Absolutely.
And it's so beautiful because now I don't have to face certain things, or I can find easier ways to navigate that. So, ek wil nou nie almal jealous maak nie. However, if you get the book, you will have the same access. So it's important for you to get the book. Run, don't delay.
Don't hesitate.
Yes,
Walala
Wasala.
wasala.
So, just to jump into it, my co-pilot, I will give you the opportunity to kick it off.
Listen, the reason why I'm excited, like Anka said, she had insight. And I think I have the similar insight, Joan, this morning. I remember the times that we had our breakaways with, girls' breakaways.
Yeah.
And Joan will talk about the insides of this book that she's busy with. And I got so frustrated, and I would ask her, but you're just talking. When is it coming? And she's like, Sonia, I want to make sure when it's come, I want to be settled into it. I want to make sure this is going to be not just a book that I want to write, but it must be a book that going to, impact the readers.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that moment. And from talking about it and being here today, it's just something phenomenal. So allow me firstly to congratulate you, Pastor Joni, my
Thank
friend,
you.
Joan. So yes, I am extremely excited. I'm so proud of you to be my big sister and to see how you have allowed me even to go before you release my book. And today I have this honor. This is just the humbleness on another level.
Yes.
You are such a humble person. You are such a kind person. And today I know you have poured out your heart in this book, and I can't wait to put my hand on it. And I swear the listeners and the readers also can't wait to do that. So can we go ahead with our first question today to our guest? Will you give me the honor, Anka, or would
Ja,
you
en
like
julle
to?
vra my nie swaar
Ons
questions.
sal nie, we promise.
Niks is te swaar vir jou nie. Niks.
Niks. So to start off, there's always a beginning with everything. The
Yeah,
beginning. So I would like to know
Beginning.
Beninging.
Beginning. Guys, let's be serious. This is where shadows
whisper.
So I would like to know today, Joan, what inspired you to write a book by the name called Where Shadows Whisper? Just tell us about it.
Guys, this was in my heart for very long, very long. At first, I was thinking of the topic living in the shadow.
Okay.
But because I don't live in the shadow anymore, that was now years back.
True.
Right?
True.
I changed the name of the book to Where Shadows Whisper. Because I grew up in a religious home.
Okay.
My family knows about church, right across. My grandparents were saved. I grew up in church. I'm a church girl.
That's right.
My dad was a pastor. So I'm a PK. And my eyes saw a lot of things in the interim of life, of ministry. And I think while I was looking at that and myself being in the shoes of someone next to a leader, next to a visionary, next to a pastor, I think I saw a lot of things, I went through a lot of things, and I saw how you live in the shadows of people. At many occasions.
True.
I found myself living in the shadow of my husband. For instance, when we are called out and he needs to minister somewhere, people won't go out of their way to actually ask the name of your wife. Even though sometimes they know you, they know your name, but yet they will introduce you as Pastor Carl's beautiful wife.
Beautiful wife.
Not
to make you feel bad, you say you're beautiful.
Yeah, not to make you feel bad. And I always pondered on this thing. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, you know what? I don't like this because I'm actually living in the shadow. I'm hiding behind my husband.
True.
But I'm a person on my own. I also have gifts and talents. I'm also a leader. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? And hence, I said to myself, one day for sure, God must help me to release a book on Where Shadows Whisper.
And I'm sure it was not about you thinking God must help you to release the book. Was it about, in the back of your mind, it was about the other woman? The other person.
Absolutely so. Because people don't have, the liberty to actually voice their opinions. And especially, I'm speaking on behalf of first ladies. I'm speaking on behalf of pastors' wives. I'm speaking on behalf of leaders' wives.
True.
politicians' wives. This is the leaders who leads people. And they have wives, you know, they have children.
Absolutely.
I'm speaking on behalf of them.
Wonderful.
So this is a book for everybody, though. And it's also an eye-opener for the men in our lives.
Wow. Wow.
That to me is from a woman's perspective to you.
Yes.
You know, be alert, watch out for these things.
True.
Because, guys, okay, I'm not going to jump the gun.
Yeah, don't jump the gun.
Okay.
No, thank you so much for that insight on what inspired you to write the book. I particularly like the fact that you were saying your shifting came where you realized you're no more living in the shadow.
No.
That's why you didn't title it that way.
That's correct.
And you redirected
That's
because
right.
you have come out of it. And that is
Absolutely.
why you want to tell the story, how you have come out of it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is, and I think it's interesting, especially in today's climate. There's still the aspect where women do feel like they're not being seen, they're not being heard.
Absolutely so.
Because I think the culture still is in a lot of churches that women are to be seen and not to be heard.
Yes, that's correct.
You know, and that's a toxic culture, and a lot of women fight to get past that, but not in the right way.
Yes.
And you know, and that's why it's so important to get the book, to see how Ma navigated this space.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, and the next one we want to ask you in terms of the title. The title itself is very intriguing, right? Where Shadows Whispers. What does that mean? I know that you touched on it just now a little bit, but tell us more about more of an in-depth answer in terms of where shadows whisper. Like,
You know, there's a lot of shadows. There's shadows of truth. There's shadows of, shadows only come when there's light. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting there, there's a shadow of you.
Yes.
There's a shadow of you. You cannot leave your shadow behind and say, you wait here, I'm coming now. Your shadow goes with you wherever you go. And hence, because of the things that you go through in life, there's shadows following you. Shadows like betrayal,
Yeah.
shadows like misunderstanding, shadows like jealousy, shadows like bitterness, shadows like unforgiveness. You know, and they are beautiful shadows too. You know what I'm saying? Shadows that makes you feel like, wow, I want to be like that. I wanna love. Shadows like friendliness, like confidence, like those are the type of shadows that I, and that's why.
yeah. So I want to ask Ma, for maybe from people who might not understand, when you say like shadows of jealousy, do you mean other people that might whisper things into your ear to say?
Absolutely so.
Okay.
Absolutely so. And it becomes part of you.
Yeah.
Because if someone tells you something ugly, that you are so thin that it looks like you have anorexia.
Yes.
Anorexia.
That's right.
Why
You know
can I
what I'm saying?
resonate?
That's right.
It sticks.
Yeah.
True.
It sticks somewhere.
It breaks your confidence.
It breaks your confidence. If someone come up to you and tell you directly that you are like an accessory,
Yep.
Yes.
They say the answer.
you just want to look cute
That's
next
right.
to your husband.
That's right. You don't have vision and
Somewhere,
purpose.
somehow, it sits in the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And the subconscious mind is more powerful than your actual mind. You know, and therefore you can twitch it, you can change it.
Yeah.
And that is why, there's a quote from I think it's a name was Brienne. I forgot I think it is Brown. Yeah, Brown. Brene Brown. Brene Brown says, because this takes the authenticity of yourself away when you live in the shadows.
Yeah.
You know, it's not what you're supposed to
loving
be.
you. Yeah.
You're not living you.
Yeah.
And and I'm actually jumping the gun now.
Too
Too early, but I want to carry on.
Yes, right.
She says authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. So it's not the person that you are told to be men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because in the church circles, can I talk
Yes,
where
please,
where
please.
I am?
Please. Yeah, where you
Where-
grew
where-
up,
where
what
I
you
grew
know.
up, yeah.
That's all what you have known
Yes,
for the rest of your life.
that's all I know.
Yes,
That's
yes.
all I know. So I can talk from
Absolutely.
this point.
Yes.
You know, so you can talk when you're a CEO or when you
Yes.
are in a company. You
True.
know what I'm saying? You can talk from that angle.
Yes.
But I'm talking from my personal experience.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
When you are living in the shadow of other people, they want to tell you how to dress.
Yeah.
In the church circles,
Yeah.
that's what I found.
Yeah.
They want to tell you that you cannot do certain things. The cons were so many.
Yeah.
So
many
cons.
restrictions.
So many restrictions in the church per se.
Like there's a
You know,
mold.
Yes.
and it takes that person that God created with those gifts and talents away.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, God created you as a human being
As an
with
individual.
a purpose, an individual who have to live his or her purpose on the face of the earth. But now you find that because it is the practices or the beliefs
Belief
of
system.
others,
Yeah.
of other people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That you bring into the church.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the word per se.
Yeah.
Therefore, you need to know the word for yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And need to think for yourself.
It's like a dogma.
It's-
It's their personal convictions that they
absolutely
enforce
so.
on you.
Yes.
It's an enforcement.
Yeah.
That is on, and hence we find that a lot of young people don't want to be in the church.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially in a church that is so full of cons.
Yeah.
They don't enjoy being there
Yeah.
due to the fact that they feel left out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be myself. I can't live me. I can't be happy because it seems like you always just have to be that ernstige persoon.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I'm
just
saying?
to interrupt you, I like the fact that you mentioned that word that you feel like left out. And I just want to a little bit ask you, did you ever through your journey have that kind of feeling?
Absolutely
And then
so.
you feel like you were the shadows
Absolute-
was whispering.
Absolutely so. Shadows were whispering to me a lot of things, to be quite honest, that I'm not good enough.
Yes. Yeah.
That I can't talk eloquently. You know what I'm saying? That, give the other people who's in the corporate world the opportunity to talk. Because you are from an Afrikaans background and your pronunciation is not
Yes,
so good.
yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
many times it seems like the Afrikaans wants to overtake.
Take the English.
But I've learned that it's just a communication.
True.
If
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying, you know,
Yeah.
why make a big fuss of it?
Absolutely.
But those shadows whispered to me that I'm not good enough. I can't talk. You know, I can't preach. You know,
and you know
what
what?
I'm saying.
Sure.
It's
And,
so-
and that's what it was.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. If you have someone here that has got some kind of Spanish accent and pronouncing the words wrong, ooh, dat klink so mooi, dat klink so anders, or if it's like French. But when you come to like our dialects, and it's like, oh nee, hoe kom jy die woord so gesê? When in reality, it's the same concept. And
Absolutely.
if we can communicate effectively, regardless of how the word is pronounced, why must you feel any less?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I came to realize that you must never trade your authenticity for approval.
Yeah.
Because
Powerful.
if you want to be approved by other people, you're going to lose yourself
True.
in the interim of life. And that happened to me, to be
Absolutely.
quite honest with you.
Absolutely.
I lost myself
Sure.
along the
The way. And did it add something? Was it having something to do with your appearance as well? Because you are a beautiful woman. And was there something during that with Shadows Whisper that you feel like it was something to do with how you look, how you present yourself in this church circle, and you had to live with that and say, you know what, I know maybe my hair is not hairing enough. My curtain is not curtaining enough.
Absolutely
Something
so.
like that.
That happened to me, Sonia, while mentioning that,
Sure.
I never wanted to put this in my book. It's
Okay.
not in
Okay.
there.
So
there's
it's
certain
just
things-
prophetically that I'm saying it
there's
now.
certain things that I really did not wanna
delve into.
delve into, because I feel I dealt with it as a past. But just for younger
the sake, yeah.
younger people,
Yes,
you
right.
know, who's going to read the book.
Yes, right.
Yes, I went through that. You must understand. We were 4 girls,
Okay.
4 sisters. And my other 3 sisters have nice hair. I have thick hair.
Okay.
And my hair was very long because we couldn't cut our hair.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, not that my father was so religious and not allowed us to, but because he was in the church, he was a pastor. His kids can't go astray, you know, can't do
Yes,
things that is not allowed.
Allowed.
You know what I'm
Align,
saying?
yeah,
Align with the
church
with the
religious,
dogma.
yeah, dogma.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you actually, as a sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you there. I just want to bring some of the listeners into the space. So for you to continue on that space, just so that they understand your background in terms of the church that you grew up in, what was allowed, jy mag nie broeke gedra het nie, that type of
Yes,
thing.
no trousers. You can't cut your hair. You can't dye your hair.
No
you
makeup.
couldn't. Those years, your hair. That's straightener for those who don't know. I am giving my age away, but nevertheless,
You still look beautiful, man.
Yeah, couldn't wear makeup, couldn't wear jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And that is how I grew up. You know, on my wedding day, I didn't wear makeup.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was that obedient child. Honestly, I always wanted to make my parents proud.
Wow.
You know, and because my sisters have nice hair, so they could just wash their hair and it
Wash
can
and go.
get dry. Not mine, because my hair is this thick hair, and it's not straight Indian hair. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So I always felt left out
certain
in
way.
that. Why
Hoekom
is
is
my
ek
hair
anders?
like that, like this, and hulle hare so mooi?
Boy, yes, straight.
You know, those questions.
Yes.
And then when I was little, they used to tease me that I'm another auntie's child when I used to ask the questions.
Yes.
So that was teasing me,
Yes.
but not knowing
Wow.
with the tease of siblings
What scars?
that
is
it
left?
sticks, it sits somewhere.
The irony, because you are
It
a
sits
carbon
somewhere.
copy of your mom.
Yes.
I am.
you know,
absolutely.
I am definitely. I am. I'm my mother's child.
Yeah, definitely.
My name. That's why my name is her name.
her name, which is the irony
Yeah.
that
That's why you have her strictness.
divers,
Ja, alles moet op 'n
Daar was
plek
een
is.
sign
Alles
law.
moet op 'n plek is.
which is the irony because that would have been something to like taint your confidence when really you are a carbon copy of your mom. You have a name. You know, there's no ifs, buts, or maybes.
Definitely.
You couldn't question it.
And by the way, I had my mom's hair. I have
Yeah.
my granny. You know, my mother's mother. I think I have her hair too, because she also had nice, beautiful
Thick hair.
hair.
Yeah.
You know.
But I just want to say, we want your hair. It's so nice. And
Oh,
thick.
was about to say,
and now
our fluffy hair is
today
like-
everybody
wants yours.
Even at the salon, they will tell me that, you know what, this one wants the style like yours. And their hair can't do it.
Yeah.
Because there's volume and
There's
strength.
volume and strength.
Ons het net
So
3
I'm,
jaar
happy, I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy for that.
Thank you so much, Joan, for sharing. Wow, what a amazed insight into your life. And sometimes people will look at you and think, oh, you got it so all together, but little did they know. And thank you so much for sharing that part of your life.
Yeah,
So,
no.
Pastor Anka, I don't know if you want to ask a second question or you want me to go.
You can take it away.
Okay, so I would like to know, writing this book and experience, also had to reflect on your experiences, how you have to be, you know, where shadows whisper. The shadows that was whispering in your life. While you were writing this book, actually, what was the challenging part for you writing your
Woo!
book? What
Yeah,
was
there
the most
there was
challenging
quite
part?
a lot, and I think that is why I took so long to actually release the book,
Yes, yes.
because there are certain things that I think you will go to the grave with.
Okay.
To be quite honest,
Okay.
there are certain things that you just don't want to. You don't want to put people on the spot.
I hear you.
You know, people that offended you,
Yes.
people who betrayed you.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of, so the things that was very difficult for me to actually, while writing this book, was to go down the journey of life in ministry.
Okay.
Couldn't understand that, yay, man, we are all in the kingdom of God trying to make a difference, you know. That is why I am so passionate about where Jesus Christ actually tells us the commission, why we are in the kingdom, you know, to go out and make disciples. Because I feel when we sit together, there are always that competition amongst each other, because we don't live the commission that is actually given unto us to go out into the world and make disciples. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But coming back to the journey, you know, living it, going through it. Oh, there were times that I just, guys, the pages and the books that I wrote in. There were some times that I had to just take the thing en ek het dit net
Ja,
so opgevrommel
frommel
en jy weet daar waar jy voel nee, no.
This part is not
This
gonna be part of it.
I can't
Yeah.
I can't put this in, you know, because people ask for forgiveness and we walk on.
True.
And forgiveness is forgetting.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
how beautiful.
And I think that to me was the most difficult.
Wow.
The most difficult to actually and I am actually becoming so emotional.
Yeah. We understand, because is there parts where you feel like, you know what? It hurts while you had to be living with the shadows that whisper. But however, your heart is so beautiful, Joan. And like you said, with the forgiveness part, with the letting go part, that you, during writing your book, you let go of things. And
Oh,
say,
definitely.
I totally let go of it.
I think what is so interesting about that is that when you're writing a memoir, it means that you're writing your life's experiences. And a lot of the times, a lot of other people are either a cause or an effect for that experience.
Definitely.
And the hard part is not including that in your memoir, because as much as it's your side of your story to tell, you can't expose someone else, because
no, you can't.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it's right.
It's not-
I
it's
don't,
not the
I
reason
don't-
why you
yeah,
want to
no.
write.
No. I never ever want to put people,
True.
you know, on the spotlight and bring something ugly
Yeah.
that you must look at someone else
With that
with that
Image.
in mind,
Yeah.
that this person is this, that, and the other. No, that's
And
not me.
especially when they've repented and they've really
Oh,
changed.
definitely.
You don't want to
Most-
taint.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Forgiving is forgetting. God forgave us.
True.
And you know, that stuck with me while I was writing. God forgave us. That's why we're in his kingdom. And he forgot our trespasses, whatever we did wrong. Hence, he taught the disciples to pray that prayer. Forgive us this day, you know.
Give us our
Those
trespasses.
who forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. So we have to forgive and walk further, because it's not about what people did to you.
Yeah.
Because come I tell you, as much as you forget about it, now and then it surfaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Now
You're
and
right.
now and then,
You're right.
if you have to actually think on your journey,
True.
those things comes back
True.
up. To be quite honest with you, it is something that is in your memory,
Memory,
Yeah.
that
Your
it
subconscious.
seems like it can't be erased.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I am working very hard on that. I love people, irrespective
True,
of,
true.
you know, and these same people, that did wrong to us was also good people.
Yes.
You know,
Nobody's
they
been
were
born bad.
Yeah, it is only that specific thing that came in at that specific moment. So, from my side, from my view, we are all human and we all make
Absolutely.
mistakes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when these shadows whispers to me, I put the past behind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
I believe that I have an identity in Christ,
In Christ.
now.
Sure.
I'm no longer walking in the past. I'm now stretching toward the future.
So,
Wow.
so the next question, if I can jump into that real quick, it will be a little bit of a double barrel,
That's right.
right? So, it's apparent that your past experiences has obviously shaped who you are today.
Yes.
So it brings, I think here God had a sense of humor where you had to experience something so that you can have understanding for somebody else, right? But having relived this, because having to write your memoir, you had to dive real deep into past memories, past hurts, past
Absolutely so.
experiences.
Absolutely.
And as much as you are reliving it, it changes you yet again. How has that changed you in the essence, personally, how has that changed you? And also how you view other people now.
Yeah, as I rightfully
I like that.
I actually
Yes,
said
yes.
earlier on, what I see in other people is the good,
True.
Yeah.
because I then preach, I then coach that you have to put the past behind because the past is like stinking water,
Oh, that's
It's
graphic.
like
Yeah.
it gives off a smell.
yeah, stench.
A stench. At the end of the day, if you walk with your past, you will drip it
True.
all over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And you will leave that stench behind.
Yeah. People will already see,
They will, they would not want to be around you.
Absolutely.
So how I view people is that we are all fighting on the same side if you are in Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you are not in Christ, we all make mistakes. We all have differences. We all view things in different ways. For me, if I did something to someone else, guys, I just can't live like there's nothing.
True.
I have to deal with it.
True.
I have to go
through it.
and
actually.
make peace with
True.
it.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
I can't just walk on.
No.
It's interesting that you say that, because I was listening to someone that was saying something about people that fight, especially in ministry, in church circles that fight with one another. It's a clear indication of an infestation, like an infection that's
Yes.
Mm.
there. So if
Absolutely.
like there's
It's a cancer.
it's
Yes,
a cancer.
True.
you
And
know?
if it's not been dealt with
Yes.
accordingly,
It goes right through the body.
especially we as children of God to have the book that guide us and say, this is how you deal with it. But saying that, Joan, I want to ask you actually, what was for you, I didn't have the opportunity yet to go through your book, and I can't wait for that. What was one particular thing or say topic or subject or in your book that stood out for you while you were writing it? And you don't have to name the topic, but just to say, that was a part that I really, personally struggle with while writing this book. What do you think was that?
Girlfriend, I think there's a few of it.
Okay.
It's My Journey Begins, but the thing that actually stood out for me in the thing here, I think I actually made a note of it, if I'm not mistaken, was the challenging one is the reality of what ministry and people.
Yes.
Who professes Christ,
Wow.
betrays you. Spread lies about you. You know what I'm saying? I was saying to someone the other day who asked me the same question. I said to them, it's one thing to love, to forgive, But when the same people spread lies about you, the people you were good to and your intentions toward them were just good intentions. But they say the more you do for people, it's the same people, when they do something bad to you, it's those things that actually tramp in your heart, like, it's like a box in your heart. And I came to the conclusion, looking at it, when I think about The Journey Begins, it's in one of the chapters in my book, The Journey Begins. It's where I started off with the Lord and how zealous I was, how I was for the kingdom, man. Hence I left everything else that my elders and my pastors said is not the right thing to do. I left it behind because I wanted to please God.
Yes.
And that is the type of person I used to be. Getting up in the buses and ministering,
Proclaiming the name of Jesus.
proclaiming the name of Jesus. So I never ever, guys, what actually happened on the question is the thing that happened to you in ministry that is so, you can't put your mind around it. You can't fathom it. You can't believe it.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
true.
That, wow. Oh, these are Christians. And so you ask yourself a lot of questions. You ask yourself, oh, for real? Because you know that you won't do it.
You don't expect
Créeme.
it.
You don't,
Créeme.
definitely. Yeah. We
You,
watch you.
I won't do it
Absolutely.
To somebody
someone
else.
else.
True.
But why is this person doing it to me?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And the second thing was with the purchase of this building, the very building that we're in, when we came out of El Dorado Park and
That's right.
we wanted a bigger property. It's not that we left the people of El Dorado Park, as the story goes,
Yes, yes.
that the people say and pastors say.
Yes.
You know how it is, that we don't want to have
To be associated
people
with,
in the
elders.
communities
That's right.
also. Yeah, those are lies. It's lies. It's whispers, guys.
Whispers.
It's whispers.
Whispers.
Yeah, and it's shadows that's following you, and now you become bitter toward these people who just have good intentions, who wants to see that the community goes forward in life,
Absolutely.
Was when we purchased this building, we didn't have the finances, right? We sold a ground to another church,
That's right.
right? Because we were believing God that He will supply our every need. So you have to sow in order to reap.
Absolutely.
So in order for us to reap this property, we had to sow another ground, right? It was a property that we had. And in that interim, I thought that, you know what, we are all lekker in the thing and blah, blah, blah. But boy, oh boy, when your vision is so big, not everybody will believe with you that you will accomplish this vision.
Yeah.
But isn't it
They
in
were
that
shut down
moment
for.
you have not seen it like that? For instance,
no.
when people will say you're moving to a bigger place because you think you're better, you want to forget about the people and elders, but then you realize afterwards, but the vision is too big to remain at one place, to remain stuck.
Absolutely.
It's when you move from when being stuck to unstuck, you realize that with the place that I have to go, I will have more space,
That's right.
expansion,
That's
right. Capacity.
Yes.
And that's so beautiful, Joan, for sharing that part of your
And
of your
you know
writing.
what? In that interim, only afterwards, we felt, my husband and I felt that, wow, maybe we hadn't to sell the property we had, the 1,000-seater auditorium, you know, and it was for it wasn't even for the value
That's
that
right.
it was supposed, because we wanted to actually be of a blessing to another church. You know what I'm saying? And we said, wow, maybe we hadn't to sell the property. You get what I'm saying?
yes,
And
definitely.
maybe just put someone there to be there for the community.
Absolutely.
Maybe use it as a center. You know, and but yeah, those were one of our regrets.
Yeah.
You know
but
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it was God ordained for the fact that you have to sow it in order for God to prepare this.
Yeah, and also you will actually read it in the book where the emotional part of when I found afterwards the same candle, you know, we packed out the box and I found the same candle that my husband lit before we could actually purchase this building.
Wow.
And not one of the two actually opened our mouths, but the things that went on within me, within the core of my being, you know, those emotions that came up.
That's right.
You know, we took out bonds and we did a lot of things just to see the vision
Come to fruition.
come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. People
Sure.
walked out,
You know, it's
and
so
you thought
amazing.
this is the people
Yeah.
that will
Stay with you.
You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen that way.
Sure.
And those are the things that you relive and you rethink.
What for me is very amazing is the fact that you can sit here and speak, because just listening and trying to understand, because I'm in the same space. I haven't walked your journey. I haven't walked as far as you've walked, but there's an understanding for myself personally, and I'm listening to some of the journey now in terms of people you've pastored, people you've raised, people you've walked a journey with, and the pain that came with them turning around and saying certain things or sowing little seeds of discord when you were just trying to live out the vision and do as you'd always been doing, to pastor, right? And for you to sit here and not be bitter
No, I'm not bitter.
is God's grace.
That's amazing.
It's God's grace.
I love the people. To be honest with you, people who walked out on us, it was a season. That's how I take it.
Yeah.
People are not yours. And I would like to tell you that never think that people belongs to you. You know, any first lady out there, any pastor, young pastor out there, people do not belong to you.
Yes, it's God's people.
People can now decide that I don't want to be at this crystal anymore. I'm going to another church. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
For
yes.
one or other reason.
yes.
And this, even if you poured yourself out,
True.
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying, and you have invested within them.
And that's hard.
They don't belong to you.
True.
It's God's people.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, they make choices.
True.
You know, every person have choices. And yes, the Bible say some came to plant the seed,
Some come to water.
some came to water,
Yes, but the Lord.
but the Lord makes it grow.
Grow.
So if I see the growth, just Saturday I was at an event and wow, I was so emotional because there was a group of young women who surrounded me. They came to me, they said, "Ooh, if it had not been for you and Pastor Carl, you laid our foundation. And that is why we are who we are today."
Wow.
And that actually put the cherry that, Joan, that's why you don't have to give up.
Up, yes.
Yeah.
Not forgotten.
You know,
what you have done.
because people did not forget, even though you thought
Yes.
they forgot. But they did not forget the
Yes.
foundation.
Foundational.
Yeah.
It was so good to see these young women,
How they
guys,
flourish.
how beautiful they are, and how they, carried themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
To me, it was like, oh, wow.
And I think that's such a golden nugget to have because in today's climate, you hear people saying, oh, that's our people, that's my people, that's from our church. And when you realize that when you come and you make peace with the fact, these are God's people.
No,
It's
definitely.
not your people.
It's not your people.
You'll make peace with the fact that people come and go. Jumping back into the book, and we've asked quite a few comprehensive questions. But just, for a fun aspect of this is your first book.
Yes.
Well, it's not your only book.
Yes.
No, definitely not.
It's not your only book.
I have another book somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inside of you.
So tell us about the future of your author your author skills, your new adventure that you're on right now.
Yay, man. I have a very good partner. My partner in crime.
Yes.
In Christ.
He's in Christ and he's in crime and he's my everything.
And it's in love.
And
Deliver in love.
my love, yeah. Well, he actually have such a lot of insight that it happens to be my husband.
That's right.
Because he has a few books out there and he actually helped me navigate. I just wrote.
Yes.
But he put the things in place for me.
together.
You know what I'm
Wonderful.
saying? And that, to me, every day when I wake up and I look at this book, I just say, thank you, Jesus.
Wow.
Thank you for a husband like
That's
Carl
right.
Hendricks,
Yes, it's
to be quite honest with you.
true.
Someone who actually wants to see me flourish.
Wow.
Not everybody have that heart.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that is a shout out to my husband, guys, because
Woohoo,
He
doctor.
feels your fire.
Yes.
yeah, no, he was my editor
Yeah.
and my publisher
Yes.
because he has an Insights Publishing.
Absolutely.
So that is actually what he does. And I said to him, you opened up something now. Everybody's gonna come so that you can do their
Yes,
books.
yes.
He is detailed, extremely
Detail.
detailed.
Yeah.
It's about margins. It's about, the thickness of the book. It's about what do you want? Do you want it just to be a normal book? Do you want it to be a novel? And I chose a novel
Yes.
because it's easy. It's an easy read for me, to have a novel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he said, I see you like Francine Rivers books,
Yes.
and those are novels.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I said, yes, I want something like
Similar,
that.
yes, yes.
And hence he could help me actually bring the book into a novel.
Oh. So how did you
And not so
get
serious.
to the cover of the book? Why did you choose particularly
Yeah,
this
this I
amazing,
saw.
beautiful
Come,
cover?
I tell you, I saw this in my, I don't know.
You
in my
visualized it.
I visualized
Mind's eye.
this. I always said, if I'm gonna have my book, it must be white, and I want a pink rose
Oh.
because pink speaks volumes to me. It's one of my favorite colors.
Wow.
It's pink, and I love white because it's clean.
Wow.
So I want the book to be clean. It's a clean message.
Wow. I like that.
There's no
It's in
scandal
message.
in
Yeah,
it.
there's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I wanna,
Yeah.
put on people or
yes,
so.
exactly.
You don't
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
cast a shadow
No,
on
no,
someone
no,
else.
no.
Yes.
And I wanted the shadow because of the you'll see the rose have a
Yes.
shadow.
Yes, you can see. Yeah.
And because of the title of the book.
Wow.
Because of the topic of the book. But I wanted it clean.
Wow.
And that's why. I always visualize this. When my husband asked me, how do you want the cover? He was surprised that I could answer
Immediately.
just like that.
Off
Yes.
the bat.
I said, this is it. I want it white. I want gold letters, but it must stand out. And I didn't know what it was called, but I now know it's embossed.
Yes, embossed, yes.
Embossed.
Yes.
Right? I want it to stand out, and I want the book to have like a velvetish feel.
Yes.
And that's how it is.
Wow.
He
Because
went out of his
we're
way.
almost running out of our time, and I don't want us to miss the fact that we only have 6 spaces left for next week Friday. Am I
Yes,
right? For next week
29th,
Friday.
29th at
29th.
6.
How do we book?
If you go on my page on
Yes.
Facebook, you will see that there's you see your payment. Your payment qualifies your seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not about I RSVP and I'm gonna
No,
pay.
no,
No.
no,
When you
no.
pay,
He's only
the
flexing.
moolah geld, ne? We put it there. You already RSVP. We don't RSVP just with the wedding. We RSVP with the money. Okay.
It's very important
Okay.
because that includes the book, and it includes because the book at the moment is going for 280. The actual price is going to be 300. And I was told by my coach that, and our coach who coached us,
Yes, true.
that if you know the value that is in it,
Absolutely.
don't devalue yourself.
Don't value yourself. Wonderful.
And the other day, my son actually confirmed it. What another coach told him. And hence I said, oh, well, this is the confirmation
That's
for
right.
me.
That's right.
You know, you always think, no man, people don't have money. Hey,
They do have.
hulle het geld.
Hulle was nou in die week 2 keer as die wine and store.
Verstaan
They
jy?
have money.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So it's about time we
about time.
celebrate our own.
I
and
agree with
celebrate
you.
one
I
another.
agree with you.
Right,
I also-
and this is at Echo, right?
Yes.
The book launch will be at Echo.
Taba Eco.
Yeah, it's Echo Village. Is it
Yes.
called
Yeah.
Echo Village?
By Darling.
Just Darling.
Just
Just
Darling.
Darling.
Just Darling. So you come in and you turn right.
You
don't
turn
go.
right.
You don't go into the gates there,
Yes.
the big gates, to go to the what is that they call that apartments? It's not the estate.
Yes, it's
the
estate, yeah. It's the
It's an
estate,
estate,
yeah.
yeah.
So you turn right.
Okay.
But I just want to put
you
a
go
disclaimer there. I just want to reiterate. If you,
You
did not
cannot-
buy a
oh, yeah,
ticket,
ja,
you cannot
yes,
pitch up.
genade.
Jy sal by die swembad sit.
Asseblief man, ons
Jy
gaan nie
sal
plek
by
hê
die
vir jou
swem-
nie. And then also, Joan, seeing that some people, have busy lives and they can't really make it to the launch,
Launch, yeah.
and they want the book. How can they actually order the book from you? Will there be pre-orders after the launch?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, okay.
So I'm gonna actually have a special,
Okay.
especially for crystalites.
Wow.
Um,
And don't
I'm
leave
a
the
fan of
woman out.
crystallite.
It's the woman's month.
and and the woman,
Yes,
the woman.
yes,
So
yes.
I'm gonna do this until my friends' conference that
Yes.
I'm gonna make the book for 250.
Wow.
And not after that.
After the 13th of September.
After
Can
the
we
13th,
specifically?
after the 13th of September.
Yes.
It's Pastor Sandy, Apostle Sandy Edwards'
Boysen.
Apostle Sandy Boyson's.
Conference is taking place on the 13th of September. So after that conference.
Yeah, her conference
Okay.
Impact is on the 13th
Yes.
of September, right? So then after that, it's gonna go for 300.
We couldn't even get to our shout outs today.
No, we're getting to that
No,
in a
you must
second.
go there.
We must
We're
go
getting
there.
to that in a second. Just a quick one. Will it be available the Sunday after the launch at Crystal Church?
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna put up a thingy here at Crystal Church, where I'll sign our
So we-
congregation's books.
Yes.
Yes. And if you want to purchase a book, definitely
Be ready.
be ready.
Yes. But I think what a good show today and interview, Joan. You have given us really a lot of nuggets, a lot of insight. And from my side, I really thank you for being so transparent and so open and just talk to us today about your heart and how you have poured your heart into this book.
No, thank you.
So before we sign off,
Yes.
let us just jump into our comments. We've got Mersha on Baylor. It's Pastor Mersha. She says, "Good morning, beautiful ladies." We've got Veronique says, "Good morning, beautiful ladies. Super excited for this amazing launch." Auntie Anna Marie says, "Good morning, everyone." She also says, "Usually some guests are nervous coming onto the show. Is Pastor Joan nervous?"
Not at all.
I was a little bit nervous because I thought these girls are going to ask me a lot of questions that I don't want to answer.
No.
Really and truly, my sister.
Were you nervous?
Then we got Lady J. She says, "Good morning, most highly favored woman of God. Congratulations, Pastor Joan. We are all celebrating you. You are indeed a powerhouse and such an inspiration to so many. We are in awe of your life and how it demonstrates God's wow. Salute." Then Auntie Nancy, she says a hi. She says true, and that's commenting to something that we said earlier in the show. And Pastor Eileen says, "Good morning, beautiful ladies. You, Pastor Joan, are wonderfully made." Chantal Williams says, "Listening to Pastor J, what advice would you give your younger self?" So we'll jump into that just now. And then Pastor Eileen says, "Congratulations on your book, Pastor Joan. I can't wait to read the book." Lady J says, "Pastor Joan, your authenticity is truly commendable. Your genuine nature inspires those around you and fosters a sense of connection and understanding. Thank you for being a beacon of sincerity." Auntie Nancy says, "Great discussion." She also says, "Looking forward to reading your book, Pastor Joan." Candace Sammy says, "Something triggers it because it's at the back of your mind." So true. Pastor Eileen says, "Yes, Pastor Joan, so true." Pastor Denver is also in our comment section. He says, "What can you advise the lead pastor, Anka, next to you, out of your own experience of 33 years of ministry?" Okay, we'll revert back to that in a second. And then Candace says, "Why do you think women or first ladies are not noticed? Why do they not get identified as an individual? Why are they associated with wife of so and so?" And then Pastor Eileen says, "So beautiful. The foundation, where it was planted." I'm a little lost on that one, but Pastor Eileen also says, yes, very smart, Lady S, about a shout out to Pastor Joan. Okay, so just to give it a quick one, Ma, just to answer some of the questions. The first one is, what would you say to your younger self?
Yeah, I think I will say to my younger self that, listen, you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of Jesus Christ himself. So therefore, live the life that he wants you to live and not what other people think or say about you. Just be you. And that is what I preach. That is what I say. I always say it. It's my saying. Be yourself and the best you can ever be. That's what it is.
And then Pastor Denver's question, I think, was already answered when you gave me the nugget.
Yes, you did.
You already circled through that. And then Candace says, why do you think first women and ladies are not noticed or identified as the wife of so-and-so? And I think we did cover that aspect.
Just to answer a little bit on that, get the book, guys, get the book. I think it comes in with the submission. People understand submission. They have
a warped understanding.
Of what submission
That's right.
actually is.
Yes, definitely.
And I think sometimes it depends on the set man as well. Because people treat you the way you treat yourself and the way your husband will treat you. If your husband don't give you scope, if the husband think that you don't have your own identity, you know, and you have to live in his shadow and do everything he wants you to do. You cannot live yourself. Guys, that's true. That happens.
Absolutely true.
Come, I tell you, it happens. So that is why sometimes I also feel, and you know what? It is not that you are ugly toward, these are the set men of Jesus Christ, right? He called everybody into the kingdom of God. And he gives the vision to the set man, right? But you have married a woman
True.
who can help you on the journey.
Absolutely.
We are not merely just women to help you somewhere else,
Yes.
but we are women who can actually give our gifts and talents,
True.
you know, in the ministry per se. And it makes the journey much lighter.
It does.
That's what I want to say.
Wow.
So, ladies, we've sadly come to the end of our show.
Oh, yes, before we go, remember the book launch is not only for women.
Yes, it's
Yes.
for
That's
male and female.
For male and female.
Yes.
Yes.
And we need
That's
to let go of
important.
that narrative that when
Yeah.
a female is
Launch a book,
becoming
yeah.
an author and launch a book, then it's for females only. Male need to support us because we
Absolutely
are
so.
reading male authors' books as well.
Yes.
I think not just that. I think it's important for any male to have some sort of understanding what entails the female creature.
Yes.
You need to delve into that space. You need to actually read what is written by someone
Absolutely.
that has been there and who is a woman. But we have come to the end of the show, and we had such an
Sadly.
exciting time, sadly.
Wow.
But before we go, we just want to remind you that the book will be available the Sunday after the launch. So that would be the 31st? Or the 1st
Yes,
of September?
the 31st.
The 31st.
Yes.
Right here at Crystal Church, it would be available, but that's after the book launch. If you'd like to be a part of the book launch, please visit Joan Hendricks on Facebook, and you will find all the details there as to book for the launch or how you could purchase a book. And don't miss this one. Don't miss this one. I
Please.
think it's important that we do prioritize what is important.
Important.
You know?
That's
Absolutely.
absolutely so true.
So from my side, goodbye and have a lovely week.
Thank
Yes,
you, everybody.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living